So I'm Jonathan, I'm chair of Southampton Palestine Friendship Network. The mission and our aims is to get twinned with Deir al-Balah in Gaza. That's our ultimate aim, to get Southampton City Council to twin with Deir al-Balah. But in the meantime, we are fundraising to send money directly over to help buy essential goods, food, and other needs over there. Obviously the situation is absolutely catastrophic. It's only worsened this morning with forced evacuation orders sent to Deir al-Balah for the first time.
Israel's army has issued new forced evacuation warnings for Palestinians in central Gaza. The army is ordering everyone in several parts of Deir al-Balah to leave immediately. It includes areas where displaced people are living in tents. Israeli attacks on Sunday have killed 12 people so far.
So things continue to somehow get worse and are allowed to get worse, so we won't step away for an instant on our solidarity with the people in Palestine, and particularly for our group in Deir al-Balah. So Deir al-Balah is a small city. Before the genocide, it had a population of 70 to 100,000. Now it's basically over 1 million, because Palestinians from other areas have been ethnically cleansed to Deir al-Balah, and yeah, it's a catastrophe. So we've been placing ourselves at different events recently, having conversations with the public, normalising conversations about Palestine and the humanisation of Palestinians. So today we're at Eastleigh Mela, just having conversations with people. People have come up and been donating, asking questions, reading the stories of the Palestinians who we know in Southampton and Bournemouth, to humanise, to give full humanity to Palestinians. And they're not victims, they're people like me and you who are being put through the most dreadful genocide we've seen this century. So we're just aiming to normalise, like at an event like this where it's celebratory. Us being here shows that Palestinians are just like us, and they are. Going forward, we will start lobbying Southampton City Council to think about friendship, whether it's informal or a full-on twinning. It has happened elsewhere around the country. Hastings recently got their council to friendship twin with al-Balah in Gaza, so it is possible. And there are lots of other cities in the UK which have twinned with Palestinian cities in the occupied West Bank. So there is a lot of want and need out there to support Palestinians. There's a lot of propaganda against Palestinians, and we must stand against that and just present them as an occupied people, which is what they are. Been militarily occupied for 75 years, had their land stolen from them, and it's not right. It's against international law, it's against moral law, it's against any law you want to throw out there. And I think the people in power know this and are involved in it in our country, unfortunately, and that's why we must continue to stand against it. And that's one of the reasons this support of Palestine has been criminalised, as we've seen recently. So we won't allow that to happen without a fight. The Starmer government are a disgrace, like the government that preceded them. It was Rishi Sunak's government which pledged ourselves to Israel during this genocide. He went over about 3 weeks into the genocide when it was clear that was what was going to be happening, shook Netanyahu's hand and said, "We want you to win." Is this what victory looks like? At the same time, Starmer was the one who said Israel does have the right to cut off food, water and electricity.
A siege is appropriate? Cutting off power, cutting off water? Sakir?
Well, I think that Israel does have that right.
This was right at the beginning. That's still the case now. Labour came into power after the government and have been equally worse, if not more so. There's been no stepping away from our position on the genocide. They don't believe it is a genocide, or they're denying it's a genocide. For me, they're criminals under British law, under international law, but that's not the way things work, obviously. Any new party, any new political force that opposes this is always welcome in my books. But politics isn't just about the latest political party, it's about stuff like here today, where you involve yourself in the local community and you talk to people and you tell them the stories and you humanise Palestinians. Politics is every single day, and that's what we are. We're politics with a small p, spreading Palestinian culture and who they are.